Welcome back, everybody, to a new lobby rebuild of the Ero's F3 final race of the season in Japan. It's going to be drive weather, I believe, and we are according to the rules, which I've just learned. Unfortunately, I hadn't retained that information, but the boss has let me know that we will go to one-shot quali. So all the pressure on the drivers. We will get on with the race very soon. And let me just very quickly take you through the standings at play right now. Because we may delete the first video. But McLaren lead have already won the championship, but there's a battle for second place in the championship between Ferrari, AlphaTauri and Alfa Romeo. And in the drivers' standings, it's Konis has won the championship. Pangrio has definitely come second, but there's a battle for third place led by Edzak, then Bankst, Maciek. Pachuca is in currently in sixth place, and Ivan Belov in seventh, despite joining the season about 2/3 of the way through. Well, my name is Webbo. I'm your regular commentator here at Ero's F3, and joining me today, because it's a special occasion, it's the final race of the year, we've got our experienced F1 racer and good friend. It's Ivan.
Hello again, everyone. Hopefully you didn't wait for too long.
Yep.
Well, another Codemasters masterclass in terms of game issues. So
Definitely.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get through this without any surprises.
So the way I've done this before, Ivan, is to just try and continually focus on the fastest driver, which is sort of furiously pressing L2. And if you're happy to talk through the lap and kind of judge it from a driver's perspective, we'll just keep flicking to the top driver and see who manages to conquer this particular challenge. It's very difficult to do one-shot quali. It's all about risk versus reward.
Yeah, it is. It's the pressure on drivers will be like huge, because one mistake and your lap is gone, and then there's no room to fix it. It's not like short quali or full quali when you can like mess up one run, mess up the second run, but then the third pull out a miracle. And this you have to deliver it like right now. So let's see who has the strongest, who is the strongest in terms of physics, in terms of mental strength.
Absolutely. And always with a lobby rebuild, you'll get drivers who have forgotten their setups and issues like that. So it always adds a little bit of chaos to the situation. Thankfully, though, we do have this provision to restart quali in a reasonably fair way without compromising people's finish times, because often people are racing back to back, and I know the stream will need to pick up for the next race. Right, out there, who have we got fastest so far? Looks to be Pangrio away from the line fastest, Ivan.
Yes, it is. Pangrio is the quickest, but Petuka and Kaizachi are close to him. Actually, Petuka is taking the lead now, going through the S's. Again, Pangrio takes the lead. So many changes in only a couple of corners. So currently, after Dunlop, it's Pangrio from Kaizachi, from Petuka, then it's Miguel in fourth, Maciek in fifth. Kaizachi takes the lead going through the two Degners, but then Pangrio takes it again. So it's going. It's really close between Kaizachi and Pangrio at this moment, it seems.
The hairpin really separates the drivers. It's so easy to get the wrong line through there.
Yep. Going through.
Ooh, we look like Kaizachi very slow off spoon 2. Pachuca getting a great launch and is now ahead as they head towards 130R, and it will all be about between the top 3 here, the final chicane, and how easily and best they get through it without troubling the curbs too much. Pachuca close to the bollards, not quite there. Kaizachi catching Pangria, but Pangria launching away from the final corner. Looks like Pangria is going to have it unless someone gets him at the line of 1:29.029. Is a fantastic time, Ivan, for a one-shot quali. That's incredible stuff. Wow, fantastic. I don't know if we've lost Ivan temporarily. Hopefully he'll be back shortly. But it looks like Pangrio wearing the Williams tribute helmet as well. Pangrio with a tremendous start there. He's already got the second place in the championship. He's the highest placed driver in our race today in our championship. Pangrio for Greece, and Alfa Romeo gets pole position from Pachuca for Finland, and then the Dutchman Supermug in third place, Kaizachi in fourth, Miguel fifth, Maciek and Banks, the Ferrari drivers, always close to each other on pace in the Ferrari team. Then Souza, Edzak, Andri, Ivan Belov, King, Yano, Lisa, Miyake, or is it Mlaki? I think it's Miyake, I can't quite see. Then Jet and Casper make out your 17 car field. The Aston Martins both getting disqualified through that one-shot qualifying session, and of course the bottom drivers outside of the top 10 will get that free choice of tyre. Ivan, if you're here, say hi. Just make sure I know that you're back. Seem to have lost Ivan temporarily, unfortunately. Hopefully he'll be back with us very soon. But the countdown begins to start the race already. Casper saying he felt like he was driving a different car out there, so he will need to rescue this race. But we will be running a 50% race. There will be plenty of time to rebuild your afternoon of racing. Look, sounds like Ivan's back.
Excuse me again.
No problem. No problem. Well, we're going for our formation lap, but fantastic three-way battle there, Ivan. And I thought that lap time from Pangria was very special when it came out. When he was just pushing. I think he was at very close to maximum attack.
Yeah, it was pretty close between him and Kaizachi until the spoon. Then
yeah,
but we really managed to find loads of time in that last part of the track before the finish line.
It was really good.
Kaizachi lost so much there. Even Petuka actually managed to get him in Supermug out of nowhere.
Definitely. We've got just one car on medium tyres, and that's Ivan Belov. Does he know something no one else does, or has he just gone for the non-ideal setup here?
Well, the tire delta between the mediums and softs is like that. Softs are somewhere around a second quicker.
Yeah.
So maybe Ivan is playing on the tactics that he'll try to gain position through mediums, get through the carnage, possibly profit on others' mistakes, then just go long and then just bid for the softs at the end when the car's lighter and try to space advantage.
Absolutely. We've got good starting positions for Alfa Romeo as they bid for to overtake Ferrari in the championship here. Ferrari in 6th and 7th, Alfa Romeo 1st and 5th, and Alpha Tauri are also in that battle, but starting 9th and 11th, not in a great position at this, away from the line at least. We've got a single solitary Alpine of Souza in the field, and same with Kaizachi and Red Bull. Kaizachi in the Haas, and only one Red Bull. But Pangrio will take the outside favourable pole position line for Pangrio in the grid, followed by Pachuca and Supermug, and Kaizachi will start 4th. Oh, we're about to get underway. I'm excited to see what Casper does from the back of the grid. He's often got a lot of pace and precision when it comes to race time. We're almost there, and the heightened tension of one-shot quali has really helped this one. Tam is supporting Andres, and if you're joining us in the chat, do as Tam has done and let us know who you're here to support. It looks like we're about to get underway in our grid. The lights are on for the final race in Ero's F3 season. and the lights are out, and it's away we go. And looks like Pangrio and Pachuca getting away pretty evenly at the front, but the Mercedes challenging the McLaren on the outside. Pachuca with favourable track position and a very clean getaway at the start for the front of the field. I'm seeing a couple of places gained, a couple of places lost up and down the field, but overall very good. Who's round? Casper from the back, having an ideal start here, but we've got competition going into the second part of the S's here. The McLaren next to Ivan Beloff. Ivan Beloff struggling on the medium tyres.
Pachuca's round.
Wow, Pachuca struggling then in the S's, has gone round, but managing to rejoin, I think, yes, ahead of Casper. But it's Pangrio who leads the first half of the lap, and Supermug has gained from Pachuca and his woes. But a good early base here from Ivan Beloff, even on the medium tyres, as well as Lisa, who have gained 2 and 3 places respectively. King has caught a 10-second time penalty, Ivan, for corner cutting already.
I think he's punched, so maybe he need to cut the hairpin.
Yeah. Okay. Close competition as we head down the back stretch. Between Edzak has split the Ferraris and got by Edzak into P6, and they head towards the chicane for the first time, and a dive bomb from the Alpine of Souza gets past Maciek as well. Maciek must have had a really difficult time coming out of the spoon too, and struggling for momentum. But yeah, so Souza up, Maciek having lost 2 places over that early pace, but Edzak the highest runner as Banks and Miguel fight into turn 1, and Banks gets by. A successful move for Ferrari as they look to defend that second place in the championship today. So Pangrio leading Supermug and Kaizachi, then Banks, Miguel and Edzak who ride with here. King has gone into the pits to serve that penalty already, and I didn't see Pachuca in the pits, so I think he escaped damage. Similarly, Casper starting to catch the field, but they're a long way back at this early stage, lap 2 of 27. Oh, a big moment for the Haas of Kaizachi as he almost backed the car into the Kobayashi hairpin, but just held on, and may have flat spotted those tyres, Ivan.
Yeah, it's quite easy to look up there. I said that during the short qualifying.
Yeah.
It's you need to find the ideal ride height settings, because if you hit bit and suspension settings as well, because if you hit bit more those bumps, you're done. Your line will be hugely compromised. As Ivan Beloff already catch up to the train of the kart who are on softs, to say. So
yeah, he's really got the pace early on in the race, and he's in a great position if the field stays as close together as it already has. A little gap developing between the top 3 and the rest of the field, or the majority of the field I should say, as Souza is absolutely on fire, and unfortunately spinning around. He just pushing too hard at this early stage, getting very aggressive into the second corner, and unfortunately Souza around, but he was looking really racy, and I think frustrated to not get by the car in front as they went through the Casio Triangle final chicane there towards the end of the lap. The top 3 pushing each other very hard at this stage. They've really got a 3-second advantage out there, which is looking great. But a chain's leading with Miguel really the head of the train here, and Edzak in 6th is the first car who will get DRS on this lap, and we'll look to see some moves going on. I think we may have one. It's Yano and Lisa just trading places down there in the Red Bull and the Williams. Yano going into Spoon and successfully through. Let's see if anyone is making moves up at the front, Ivan, at this stage.
I think Maciek could make a move on Miguel or Edzak going into 130R, but no,
they are quite, so close to one another.
Miguel goes wide, so Edzak might wait DRS to try and make an overtake.
Yeah, looks like they're just waiting here. Sometimes it's not really worth getting by in the chicane.
Edzak.
Here comes Edzak, exactly. Yeah, up and past Miguel. Looks like Maciek on the defensive. Ivan Belov having a good run here, but they've all got DRS here, except for Edzak now, I'm sure. Souza pitting to fix some of that front wing damage, spinning in the second corner. Go ahead.
Sorry for interrupting you. So I just wanted to say, it's going to be interesting. Can Edzak pull the gap out and maybe get advanced? As Maciek tries to go round the outside of Degner 2 on Miguel.
Oh wow! Look at that from Ivan Belov, taking advantage of a late move there from Maciek. He tries to close the door on Maciek, and they rub wheel against front wing. Maciek losing momentum. Andriy gets by, so Edzak with that Ivan Belov with that opportune move, moving up to P7 as he's fighting with for the team's championship here. Ivan Belov for AlphaTauri, looking to overhaul Ferrari and Alfa Romeo in the championship, and driving like that's definitely going to make it work. He's absolutely making these medium tyres sing right now, Ivan. Looking great.
Yeah, that's. Oh, yellow flag there. Yano.
Looks like Yano, yeah. Yano with an issue.
Belov maybe trying to make a move on Miguel, but he's a bit too far. Edzak still not pulling that big gap out.
Looks like Jet losing out there to the Williams team, who are ganging up on him somewhat. Miyake has gone up 5 places from the start, the biggest gainer at this early stage on lap 5 of 27. I'm going to have a look at tyres to see what our pitting drivers have done. King and Souza have put on mediums. Is it a simple one stop here for the majority of the field, Ivan, or are we looking at potential 2-stop?
Well, in this race, it's usually everyone does one stop, either soft medium or medium soft. It's it's doable around here.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Will someone try to make something different in order to gain some extra tenths and go for 2-stop? But I don't see that coming.
It could happen with the bottom 2 in the order so far. We get a safety car or something. I'm not sure their mediums will last 22 laps overall, but I guess it's possible. I think they may go onto softs towards the end of the race, as now Edzak is ahead of this group and vulnerable to the likes of Miguel with the first DRS car in the long train of drivers within a second of each other between 5th and 9th places. Pangrio continues to lead by 1/3 of the second, and Koizachi close behind the two of them, with Supermug between them there. But it looks like the top 3 just continuing to push. The Williams drivers are competing and pushing hard as round the inside comes Pachuca from Lisa and splits the Williams drivers. Great little overtake there from Pachuca as he storms back up the field. Trying to, again, as I say at the start of the stream, trying to secure a podium position in the championship. But we'll see if he can manage to make that work. He's obviously not had the best start to proceedings. Let's go and join the top 3 and see how Supermug's looking right now on 5-lap-old softs, Ivan.
Yeah, but now this really big train between Pangria, Supermug and Koizachi. We have we can say that our grid is split into 2 or 3 DRS trains. So this is going to be interesting. Supermug, I think, gets a little bit better run out of Spoon than Pangrio, but he's still too far.
It's difficult to make use of it down through 130R, and then if you do make a pass into the chicane, you're vulnerable to DRS on the next straight. So drivers just tend to try and get close until the last lap, at least.
Yeah.
So
Supermug
go ahead.
Gaining, but yeah, as I said, he's a bit too far to make a move on Pangrio just yet. I'm interested to see will we see any potential try of undercut soon from anyone from top 3, as we have yellow flag in sector 3.
Yeah, possibly something to do with Souza dropping back. Yeah, Souza going slowly on the way out of Spoon too. But Pachuca up to 10th has dispatched both Williams drivers now. Pachuca heading 4. What have we got there?
Yano.
It's the Red Bull of Yano. Second spin.
No wing.
Right. So heading towards the pits then, I'm sure. So I don't think the top 3 are particularly needing to challenge each other right now. They seem to be quite patient and just drive at their pace and drive away from the cars behind. So the top 3, 5.6 seconds ahead of Banks. Edzak 2.8 seconds back from him. Banks very much on his own at this stage, so Edzak not really able to catch him. Ivan Belov sitting very prettily at the moment though.
Yeah, I mean, Ivan Belov has advantage here because let's not forget he's on alternative strategy, so he'll be a bit more. We expect of him to have a bit more pace at the end. Yellow flag, Yano's out.
So Yano obviously struggling to get back to the pits. He's caused a yellow flag. He is out of the race. So let's try and see him from King's car. Look left on the way towards Spoon 1. There he is.
Pangrio is going down the field.
He's not on the track. So thankfully, what's happening to Pangrio? Obviously making a mistake.
He made a mistake because he's quite a bit far back from Kaizachi.
Yeah, so the three-way battle at the front, at least temporarily, has become a two-way battle. Does Kaizachi choose this moment to jump? Lisa having an issue with getting warnings there. Looks like, is that the Alpine of Souza struggling out of Spoon? We're seeing a lot of drivers getting it wrong out of Spoon. Is this a telltale sign, Ivan, that the tires, the soft tires, are going off?
I mean, I think they should start to go off at some point here. After 8 or 9 laps.
It's going to be a long stint on the mediums, isn't it?
Yeah, Spoon is. I think it will like lap or 2 longer. Nothing like special, as far as I can remember. But what? Yeah, I forgot what I had on my mind. So
no problem. Edzak continues to lead this second group of drivers. That are grouped together at least. Kaizachi with a penalty, that's important for the lead, as is Supermug's penalty. Let's have a quick check. They're both 3-second penalties. So they've both caught the ire of the stewards' track limit penalties already at this early stage, and they'll be driving defensively when Pangrio is clean. Say again?
Maybe he'll try and make a move on Edzak.
Yeah, he's trying. He's just got offline. He's got dirty tyres. I wonder if that's going to affect him through the S's here, as his attempt. Ivan Belov was looking for an opportunity there.
It's a bit risky.
Yeah, definitely. It's very much single file driving through the S's.
Yeah, but now I remembered what I wanted to say earlier. Spoon is pretty much difficult corner, even if you have good tires, because you really have to nail that curb. Because Suzuka is pretty much deadly on curb, pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, the inside curb of Spoon 2 is absolutely critical to getting the car rotated at the apex and getting a launch away from the exit of the corner. We've got we're 1/3 distance with Supermug and Kaizachi leading from Pangrio. Banks, Edzak we ride with, Miguel just behind him, then Ivan Belov sitting very happily on those medium tyres at the soft tyre pace, and then Andriy, Maciek, Pachuca, your top 10, and problems having befallen several of the order, but Pachuca making it back to P10 already. Looks like Ivan Belov shaping to the outside of 130R, but not quite brave enough to make a move into the chicane, or at least waiting his turn, as I think Edzak has gone in first, anticipating an undercut maybe, Ivan.
Yellow flag in sector 1 and 2, and yeah, it's a fits. It's clear now. Ivan Belov trying to make a move.
Yeah, he's going for it. He's going for it.
What you did?
Did he cut back to the inside there, as seemingly Miguel stranded on the outside of the corner, and Ivan absolutely striking really quickly. Ivan Belov, that is, not our co-commentator. Ivan Belov striking very quickly when he had the next opportunity to go for it.
Something happening, because we had yellow flag in sector 1 or 2. I think it was sector 1 again, like for a couple of seconds.
Yeah. Looks like just a slight excursion off the track as the cars go under the the track temporarily on the figure of 8 layout we've got here, unique to Formula One and very rare to see on racetracks around the world. But Ivan Belov in 5th place now, just 3.4 seconds back from Banks, so we'll definitely gain and have the lead of the race. If we avoid safety cars, he's in a great position tonight.
Yeah, he really is. I'm just going to switch to Banks and to top 3 to see if anyone will pit, as Kaizachi eventually took the lead.
He has, yeah, out there. I wondered when he would go for it.
Oh, he dummied the Super Mug. Made dummy to Super Mug, so Super Mug is in the pits. It's actually like decided last month that he won't pit, so and Super Mug I think fell on the trick.
Ah, okay. So some contact potentially.
Banks in pits.
Just remembering there that it was Edzak who pitted first for medium tyres and may gain from others, from undercutting other drivers as he's gone on to mediums now. Should be quite quick for this first lap.
So we'll see when he'll come out. I think he'll maybe jump Banks. No, too far. He didn't gain quite a lot of time.
Yes, let me see. When we get the sector times, yeah, didn't gain hugely, but certainly didn't lose out Edzak there on Banks. 3.4 seconds the gap. Maybe lost maybe a couple of tenths, so perhaps not the best outlap.
Yeah, maybe he got stuck in traffic. Because it's really easy to do in Suzuka. A yellow flag in sector 1 again.
Someone who has profited massively there is Pachuca, who's up into in amongst Banks and Edzak and Maciek. Pachuca after being 10th a few laps ago.
Yep. So I'm going to switch to Kaizachi now. Will he pit this time, or he'll again extend his stint?
Obviously, the longer you're happy on these tyres and running at the lead pace, he goes on by. So does Pangrio. What about Miguel? Miguel just coming through the last chicane. Is it?
Yep,
is it time? It's time for him. Yeah.
Andreas goes by. So that's Miyaki.
Yeah, very much a difference of driving styles, either destroying those softs or otherwise. So it just depends how hard people have been pushing. Kaizachi's still out there. Pangrio. It's definitely going to be interesting, Ivan, to see.
Kaizachi had a big moment, but he's still on track.
So is it a lap too long for Kaizachi? Maybe let's ride with him and see how the car's handling. We'll find out into the hairpin. It's quite smooth. Very gentle throttle application out of that corner, Ivan. Very difficult. Kaizachi then throwing the car into Spoon. Maybe not throwing it, maybe passing it gently into Spoon, I should say. And yeah, he's obviously driving pretty conservatively here, and he's going to be vulnerable to, remember he was battling out there with Pangrio and with Supermug initially. So a lap where you're having problems on the soft tyres definitely going to be causing you issues as he gets the car into the pits, and all he has to do is get it down to the right speed. Everybody managing to do that. Kaizachi and Pangrio pit at the same time. That means Ivan Belov is going to sail on past the lead drivers and take the lead of this race on lap 13. Absolutely.
And Miyaki is going in pits.
Yeah, Andreas
as well
out there, so he's going for a 12th lap. Let's hope for Andreas' sake that it's not one lap too long. And where is Kaizachi coming out? And with Pangrio, they've managed to they've fallen foul of Supermug, who has resumed the lead of that three-way battle over at this point.
Yep.
Gained a huge amount, 2.4 seconds Supermug on Kaizachi on that outlap.
Yeah, so that undercut is again showing powerful.
Very much. I wonder when the other drivers who didn't maximise it, they'd possibly pushed too hard on the outlap. But Supermug doing fantastically there to stretch that lead. He's losing it slightly now as the initial bite from the new mediums takes effect on Kaizachi and Pangrio's car. But Supermug, Kaizachi, Pangrio will have the de facto lead of the race if if we stay at green flag conditions throughout this race, but Ivan Belov will be very quick at the end.
Yeah, he will be. But it will be crucial for him where he'll get out on track. Because if he stuck in traffic in like huge airstrain, his softs won't help him too much. I mean, he will overtake the cars probably, but he'll lose loads of time as Andreas finally pits.
We have a three-way battle down there for currently P7, soon to be P6, led by Edzak, then Pachuca, who is right in the mix at the moment and looking to put on a great show after a difficult first lap. Pachuca, remember, he was right up there with the top three at the start of this race and in qualifying, so he really wants to rescue this one. Losing out under the aero wash there, it looked like, Ivan, in turn one.
Yeah, the dirty air is pretty strong, I would say, around here. It's really not comfortable, especially if we are close behind. It's so easy to lose rear, like pretty much everywhere, especially out of Casio Triangle chicane. So, but you will need to watch out as he gets 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, there we go, another penalty. You can probably live with one because the majority of the field will end up with one, but then you're treading carefully the rest of the race. The boss helpfully spots out there that Andriy has put on softs, a second set of softs, Ivan. Very surprising to see that.
Yeah, I don't know what's what is Andriy's strategy, but it's really interesting.
Yeah. Interesting is a kind way to put it at this point, but of course it could be proven to be exactly perfect if you know, caution periods go his way. He can be quick and then get a cheap safety car at some point. Wow, Pachuca's braking capability was amazing there into the final chicane, almost ran into the back of Edzak.
Yeah, will he try and make a move here?
I feel like he must. There was a derating Alpha Tauri. Here we go. Wow, around the outside, sweeps around, and great overtake from Pachuca. Not his first of the evening, of the afternoon, I should say. And Pachuca back up to P6 then, and now on the hunt for Banks, who is 3.8 seconds up the road.
Sector 1, yellow flag. Sector 1, someone is in the S's, maybe lost a bit of momentum.
Yeah, I'm not seeing who that is at this point, but I'm just watching that Kaizachi is very much tucked up behind Supermug, and we may have a battle for second place starting to brew here.
Yeah, but they don't gain too much on Ivan Belov, despite on being quite a bit younger tires. So yeah, Belov really trying a great race here.
Absolutely, yeah. One of his strongest showings in the league, saving the best till last, goes Ivan Belov. And our boss tells us that it was Miguel causing an issue in the S's, but seems to be back up and running, though he's got Miyake very close behind. Let's just see our leaders, well, our battle for second at the moment with Ivan Belov up the road. Will they go for a move? Actually losing huge amounts, Kaizachi, out of the final corner, so I think the DRS is only going to help him catch up to the
yellow flag.
Mercedes in front. Yellow flag, yeah, looks like, is that Pachuca again? It is! Pachuca tumbling down the order. Pachuca with an issue in the chicane, and the worst possible place if he has caught some kind of damage. Looks to be visibly okay, but is going slowly down the main straight, and Miguel launching one down the inside, as I think Pachuca just had a lack of momentum. We'll ride with Pachuca and see if the car looks damaged based on his driving style. He's not as quick as Miguel at this point, but hopefully just bringing the tyres back to temperature. And I think he's starting to... I think the car's okay, Ivan.
Yeah, fine. Miguel, a big moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Is this going to be a pass into Lesmo 1? Degner 1, it is. Oh! And Miguel hung out to dry on the outside, spinning round on the outside, and I think lucky to retrieve that car.
Oh, Jet and Miguel pretty close in here.
Wow. Yeah. Miguel suffering that touring car issue of letting one car by and then just being absolutely mugged by the rest of the field. So Miguel losing places hand over fist. He was just passing Pachuca opportunistically a few corners ago. Wow.
So
yeah,
it will be 10 lap sprint for Ivan Belov.
10 laps is achievable. We've seen 12 out of some drivers.
Around the outside of Supermug, gets the move done.
Whoa,
but
yeah.
Overshot the corner a little bit.
That's so tight out there. They just hold on. It looked like Supermug just had to bail out of the throttle. Otherwise, he was about to turn Kaizachi round. But Kaizachi heroically taking the lead on lap 17 and the first corner. Wow, brilliant stuff from the Haas driver. See where Ivan comes out.
A little bit of clean air. So nice job for him.
Yeah, that'll be good. And it looks like he'll be able to try and take the drivers ahead one by one and get up to this battle for first, which is back into a three-way battle. Pangrio has rescued his race and managed to catch these two again, and we're going to have a three-way fight in the final 10 laps of the race. Kaizachi leads from Supermug, and Pangrio banks a little way back on his own again, with Edzak leading Maciek, then Ivan Belov on those new tyres in P7. Andriy, Miyake and Pachuca make out your top 10. Pachuca, a very dramatic race for him so far.
Roller coaster of emotions probably for him.
Definitely. I'm sure his heart rate will be very high indeed. Whoa, it looks like a slight issue for Supermug coming round 130R, and he's derating. I think he may have overspent on the ERS. Yeah, he's under 10%. Compare that with Pangrio, who's got 50% on the car. There we go. Going for it. Pangrio up to P2 easy. Very comfortably. That was easy. That was easy.
Just following Ivan Belov as he hunts down Maciek.
He's looking very quick. He's caught by nearly a second that previous lap. So Kaizachi leads Pangrio now by less than a second, followed by Supermug. And Pangrio with a purple first sector, passing passing Supermug. A little bit further down, we look like we've got a battle going on with Miyake and Pachuca. I think Pachuca's tyres are not going to be in a great position after having a spin. It'll be difficult to bring that car home. Obviously always affects your tyre wear. Pangrio just not able to quite respond to Kaizachi. I wonder if he's harvesting this lap after spending as much as possible overtaking Supermug, but he needs to be careful because Supermug's starting to close back in.
Yes, indeed, as Ivan Belov is already within DRS range of Maciek.
Excellent stuff from Ivan. He's catching. So he's got a great slipstream down the backstretch there, and he's going to be within range to have a go. He'll get good traction out of the final corner, and
I think it's a bit too far.
Good combination. DRS is open. How close can he get before the first corner? It's not a long straight. And yeah, it's just closing in within 3/10 now. And again, he'll be very close and have to be super careful behind Maciek here into the S's because his grip will be so much more, Ivan.
But Pachuca and Miyake are having a great battle. Going to the S's, bit of contact.
Yeah, it looks like Miyake on those slightly younger mediums that have not had a spin, able to take advantage. But Pachuca trying to come back at him. Oh, is he going to get underneath him, Ivan, through the Dunlop curve?
Trying to do the same what he did to Miguel.
Yeah, he was lining him up and he was trying, and Miyake almost went the same way.
So 7 laps to go, and Ivan Belov is really close to
Pachuca up down the inside of the hairpin. Miyake got it all kinds of wrong, went on the high line through the hairpin, and Pachuca's gone by.
They're still close. But now I think Pachuca got a bit of mistake from Miyake. Look at how close he is to Maciek.
He's
Round the outside.
forcing Maciek offline, so he should get a good drive, and that's about pressure. Or did he deliberately give him the DRS? No, I think Maciek was on the wrong line, lost traction, and Ivan Belov up to 6th with his teammate just up the road ahead. Wow.
Depending how quickly can Ivan Belov catch his teammate, I think can even get P4 with this space. Because I think Isaac will let him by, because obviously Ivan Belov is in better situation, he has better tires, he's quicker, so I don't think Isaac should make problems for him.
Battle is not over down there for P9 with Miyake and Pachuca still fighting it out.
And also there's Jet coming behind.
Yeah.
So does Miguel.
They are they're slowing each other down in this one, no doubt at all, as they've dropped 8.3 seconds behind Andries, who is on the back of Maciek as well here. I think the front two now getting away from Supermug, and Pangrio just biding his time and waiting for the best opportunity to get past Kaizachi with 7 to go here.
Yep, as I think Supermug lost momentum as we have yellow flag. I think Miguel spun again. Yes. Looks
like he's certainly off track momentarily, yeah.
Yep. I think Isaac will let Ivan Belov by on this straight, because he got the arrest now. I think we'll see the switch.
Wow, looks like Pachuca almost pushing Miyake round 130R.
Oh, contact again. Oh, spun round. Should have spun round. I don't know what he tried to do there, but
yeah, that was
opportunistic.
Yeah, he just ran into the back of Miyake. I think almost pushed him round 130R and had nowhere to go, as into the battle comes Jet and sneaks up the inside despite Miyake's track positioning. Jet found the width of an Aston Martin on the track that didn't look like it was there, and Jet successfully by into P9. So net result for Miyake, exactly where he was a few corners ago. Pachuca dropping down to 12th and has gone in the pits, possibly to fix some damage. What's going on up ahead? Ivan Belov didn't make it past Edzak.
I think we'll see the change now, because they're still a bit too far back.
Yeah. And I'm interested to see the battle at the front here with 6 laps to go. Souza another penalty. Remember that Ivan Belov and Andries Pachuca now on the soft tyres at the end of this race.
Yellow
everybody else on medium.
Souza.
He's on his own. Is he out of the race? But Ivan Belov being let by his teammate before 130R. So his teammate should get DRS to help them drag each other up the race order, but it's a long way up the road for Banks in 4th for Ivan Belov to start catching. Let's have a look at the penalty situation. 3 seconds each for Kaizachi, Supermug, Maciek, Jet, and then many other drivers. But Miyake has 6 seconds as he's trying to get by Jet as well. Let's have a quick look at those guys. Here we go. A little bit of weaving going on. Miyake successfully selling a dummy, getting around the outside of Jet. And despite derating, manages to get the position back again. Although it will be on a hiding to nothing when... oh no! Wiping out Miyake off the track in the first part of the S's, has knocked the rear wheel off the car.
Can get safety car here.
Are we going to get a safety car? He's well off track. But he got it wrong just after making it past Jet, and I wonder, I think he's far enough off the racing line to dissuade a safety car, but the yellow flag is still there. Keep your eye on that top left corner.
Yep.
It's been cleared, the car's clear, we're good. We're going to see this race out hopefully under green flag rules as Kaizachi and Pangrio. It's now where Pangrio is starting to close. Let's have a sneaky look at the telemetry for the difference in ERS, and Pangrio has saved a lot more than Kaizachi, who is under 5%.
Souza, I think, is on again.
Souza can't keep the car going through.
That's Lisa.
Lisa, right. So obviously the Williams not doing well through the S's today. There he is, just touring around the outside. Temporary yellow flag there as Pangrio now within 1/3 of the second of Kaizachi at the lead, and I think it's going to happen soon. I think Pangria is going to go for it and try and get this win at the last race of the season. So we lost Miyake and Yano,
Flag again.
but we still got 15 cars in this race. Yeah, the yellow's really coming out as the tyre wear, isn't it, Ivan, at the end of this race?
Yeah, it is. But I'm just interested to see, will Ivan Belov manage to catch Banks with only 5 laps to go, despite having quite a bit younger tires?
Yeah, let's keep an eye on that story. But I'm going to keep watching the battle at the front, because that's where the glory is tonight. Out there, Pangrio going for it, but just waiting for the right opportunity, or is he just leaning and pressurizing Kaisachi instead?
I mean, Pangrio doesn't even have to overtake Kaisachi. He doesn't need to risk it, because he has no penalty, and Kaisachi has 3 seconds time penalty, I think. So
yeah, so he needs to go for certain moves only, because Kaisachi could quite easily help him into a penalty if they're worried about track limits. So Pangrio needs to wait for a perfect opportunity here, and I think Kaisachi's just going to try and spend everything on the way out of the chicane every lap.
Lap 24 out of 27. Oh, Lees is out, but I think it's spits, so we're clear.
Thankfully, that's good. So Lees are deciding enough's enough. Can't get the car to the end of this race, unfortunately. We're down to 14, but 14 drivers around Suzuka is a very good finishing number if we get there. It's a tough track, Ivan.
Yeah, it is. As I said, it's going to be close, it's going to be intense. It's really knowing how to balance your car and how to attack the track.
I think Ivan Belov's, the sting out of those soft tyres, I think it's gone already. I think his climb up the grid is done. I think it'll be 5th tonight.
But again, really nice race from him.
Definitely.
But surprising that his softs weren't off that quickly, because his mediums were quite good condition.
Definitely. Interesting story for the last podium place. Oh, here comes Pangrio for the lead. Down to the inside. This should be easily done using DRS. Can he hold the car? Because it's difficult on the inside of the corner, and survives those first 2 corners. And Pangrio, with the lead of the race, gets by Kaisachi on lap 25. 2 to go. Can he hold on to the end? I was just going to say that Super Mug has a 6-second penalty. Banks is just under 6 seconds away from a podium tonight.
Oh, yellow flag again. Souza's out.
Souza out of the race. I think we're too late to trigger a safety car at this point.
Surely. Maybe VSC at least, but nothing higher than that. But maybe, watching at the penalties, Banks is in for a podium. Because
exactly.
got 6 seconds of time penalties, and Banks is within 6 seconds. He is currently on 5.8 seconds after the hairpin. And considering the fact that Supermag lost the momentum in the second stint on mediums.
Yeah, he really has. He really has. He definitely much prefer using those softs tonight, because he had the pace of the top 2 on soft tyres, but put mediums on and it's a different story.
Yeah. So as we go in lap 26 out of 27, Pangrio leads from Kaisachi, from Supermag, from Banks, Ivan Belov, Edzak, Maciek, Andreas, Najijet, Miguel, Pachuca, Kasper, and King. So battle for the lead is not over yet, I think.
Let's see what they've saved in terms of ERS at this point. Kaisachi 11%, Pangrio pretty similar now. He spent a lot of it, so it looks like it's going to be a fair fight to the end of this one. 0.8 of a second, 1.5 laps to go now for Pangrio to try and take the glory at the end of this one. Super Mug is just outside of 6 seconds ahead of Banks, but I think that's going to keep changing. It's going to be very, very tight at the end. Ivan Belov, as we say, his ascendancy up to 5th. That's where it's going to end tonight. Pachuca outside of the points at the moment after having great pace earlier on. But yeah, too many pit stops for him, and he's outside of the top 10 and away from too far away from the field now. Kaizachi so close. Yeah, so close. What has Pangrio got out of the final chicane to try? This is the best opportunity for Kaizachi where he can use the ERS. I think they're both, yeah, they're both underneath the threshold for ERS. Kaizachi doesn't have a lot to fight with, but we start the final lap of the race with less than a third of the second separating the top two. Fantastic stuff.
I think Kaizachi and Pangrio are just fighting because they want to entertain the crowd a little bit, because Kaizachi really doesn't have big chance of winning here if Pangrio doesn't win it, because Pangrio has no time pens, Kaizachi does.
Of course, we don't know at this point how close Pangrio is to a penalty. If he's on 2 warnings, he'll be driving very, very nervously to finish this race out.
And he's on 2 warnings.
Oh, fantastic. So half a second separating them.
Penalty. So his podium hopes gone.
That's the chance of a podium gone for Banks and the Ferrari team today. It's going to be a very interesting podium. I think Pangrio is going to get this one. There's very little chance for an error to be made now. He just needs to successfully navigate the chicane, perhaps take the middle of the road. But the Haas driver is catching. What does Pangrio do? Middle of the road. There he goes into the chicane, just outfoxing Kaizachi. Didn't take the racing line, took the middle with 2 wheels on the racing line, and Pangrio wins in Japan from Kaizachi. Brilliant race between those two towards the end. Supermug taking 3rd place successfully for Mercedes, and it looks like Banks very much on his own. A very boring race for the Ferrari driver, at least. Not for us, but 4th place for Banks. Ivan Belov with a great drive on the alternate strategy. The only driver going medium soft today. And then his teammate Edzak securing good points for the AlphaTauri team. Maciek brings the 2nd Ferrari home in 7th. And be very interesting to see how those points work out at the end of the standings for the Constructors' battle. There's a 3-way battle for 2nd place in the Constructors' Championship. Jet coming in 8th place. Andri in 9th, just crossing the line right now. And I think Miguel has taken the final point on penalty countback. Miguel in 10th place. Fastest lap, let me just have a quick check. Was taken by Souza, and so will not be awarded a point. King and Casper bringing the car home, and that is your Japanese Grand Prix. That was Ero's F3 Season 6. Fantastic way to end the season. Driver of the day given out to NRG Jet, and hopefully, Ivan, you can take us through the final standings after the podium. But what did you make of that one?
Well, as I said, it was pretty close race, battled until the last lap. So this race had everything what the proper season finale should have.
Definitely, yeah, fully agree with that one. Do you disagree with Jet as driver of the day? Do you have anybody else in mind?
I will give it to Pangrio or to Ivan Belov. It's really close one, but I'll give it to Pangrio only because the pressure he need to resist in last couple of laps to secure that win was immense. So he showed
brilliant,
great skills, great mental strength, and well-deserved win for him. So Pangrio takes the win from Kaizachi, Supermag who complete the podium. Then in 4th we have Banks, in 5th is Ivan Belov, 6th is Edzak, 7th is Maciek, 8th is Jet, 9th is Andri, 10th is Miguel, 11th is Petuka, 12th Casper, 13th King, and from 14 to 17, people who didn't finish are Souza, Lise, Miyake, and Yano.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. It's been an action-packed, enjoyable F3 season from my seat. Very nice to finish it in the comms box with my friend Ivan, and you've got the nod of approval from the boss. He says Pog comms today, so congrats on that one, Ivan. Well done. He's not an easy guy to impress. So well done on that one. Yeah, we've had a very enjoyable season. Congratulations to the missing Konis, who was promoted to finish off the season, who is our champion. Congrats out there. Also, of course, to our winner today and second place in the championship, Pangrio, who pushed him close when he was able to take part in the championship, and work didn't get in the way. We will confirm, hopefully, in the comments on the video post race about the final championship standings. Yeah, a really good season, and it's been an absolute pleasure to take part in F3. Any parting words for the race or anybody particular? Ivan, I do like your shout for Ivan Beloff. I think he would probably go as my driver of the day to this point. But any parting comments?
Nothing to add really. Really, congratulations to everyone. It was pretty enjoyable race to watch. I saw a lot. I knew drivers from before, like Kaizachi and Pechuka.
Yep.
And also Ivan Belov. So I knew it's gonna be. I knew this was gonna be a quality race, and yeah, nice. Congratulations to everyone, really. And fantastic. I have to go because I think my parents are shouting for me to go to dinner.
No problem. Thanks for your company. Thanks for helping out on the stream today. Brilliant stuff. Well, thanks everybody. Thanks for watching with us all season long. If you want to drop me a line about your favourite moment, or let everybody know how much you've appreciated the F3 season this year, make sure you drop a subscribe on the channel. There's more ERO to come over the weekend, very soon in fact, for F2. And make sure you've liked the video today. Follow us on Twitter at Ero F1 League and myself at Webo Red 5. If you do want to book me for next season, I'm taking bookings now, and my arrangements are all available for everyone to see. I will bid you farewell. I will thank you once again for a great season, and I will catch you on the next race day.